Welcome, YouTube and everybody, to Taurus Crypto Currency News. I am your host, Joe Nobody. Just to start off with my disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. This podcast is for information and education purposes only. With that being said, let's get into it. This article right here, I wouldn't say it's exactly groundbreaking new news, but there's a lot of people that might not know about it, and that is the Oracle of Omaha, the cherry Coke slugging, chicken McNugget eating man himself, Warren Buffett, one of the biggest opponents of digital currency and Bitcoin just a few years ago, announces that his company, Berkshire Hathaway, is investing in a Bitcoin-friendly digital bank. Now, what does that mean to you? That should mean a lot to you, okay? Warren Buffett has a lot of people that follow him, follow his every move, okay? Just a few years ago, Warren Buffett was not a huge fan of Bitcoin. He was not a fan of digital currency whatsoever. His whole investing strategy was to invest in things that you love. And what does Warren Buffett love? He loves Coke. He loves pantyhose. He loves McDonald's. And he loves Dairy Queen. But you know what he loves now? He's starting to love Bitcoin. And I think that's really good for everybody. And I think that's good for the industry as a whole. Because you bring in a major player like Warren Buffett, and you're going to start getting some more mainstream adoption from institutional investors. I am on Bitcoin.com right now, just bringing you the news. We're going to read you a little bit of this article here and tell you a little bit about the Berkshire Hathaway investing in a pro-Bitcoin digital bank. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway Incorporation has invested 500 million big ones in the parent company of Nubank, a Brazil-based Bitcoin-friendly digital bank. The South American company announced Tuesday. This is part of the bank's Series G funding round, which began in January. The bank said it also raised $250 million from other investors. Founded in 2013, Nubank says it has 40 million customers, making it the largest digital bank in the world in terms of the number of clients. With the new investments, Nubank has become the most valuable digital bank in the world and one of the largest financial institutions in Latin America. The announcement details. Reuters noted that the new investments give Nubank a $30 billion valuation, which is only slightly less than the Banco Santander Brazil's number 3 bank. The publication previously reported that the bank is planning a U.S. stock market listing as soon as this year. And then it just goes on and gives some technical details about Warren Buffett's investment. But Berkshire Hathaway putting in $500 million into a Latin America based Bitcoin-friendly digital bank. I think that's relevant because I think if you've been paying attention to the news and you know what's going on with other Latin American countries and their adoption of Bitcoin, I think the Oracle of Omaha wants to get his rich little goblin hands in there, and I don't think it's bad at all for us cryptocurrency enthusiasts, because I think that means that you're getting institutional adoption. And what Warren Buffett does, a lot of other people do. So you get this 90, I forget how old Warren Buffett is. He's up there. He's in his late 80s, maybe even 90s. He's obviously pretty much invented the investing game. And if he's investing $500 million of Berkshire Hathaway money, I think that's an awesome direction for cryptocurrency and the digital world in general. And I think it's going to bring in a lot of other institutional investors, which we need, because let's be honest, this market is extremely volatile. And I think once you get more institutional investors, I think it's going to settle down right now. The biggest problem right now with crypto, in my opinion, is the Mac Daddy Bitcoin kind of dictates the entire market. And I don't think it should be. I think there's a lot of other coins out there that should be able to break this pattern of when Bitcoin goes down, they go down. There's some great altcoins, ones that I'm personally invested in. My favorite, and this is just for me, I'm not saying you should get it. You should always do your own research, but is Cardano. Cardano, or ADA, is I think it'll revolutionize the future of digital currency. I think the technology behind it, the smart contract platform, all the things that they plan on doing with it, I think is going to revolutionize the digital world in terms of digital currency. Now, if you're new to, cryptocurrencies, I think right now is probably a good time to dip your toes in the water on digital currency. Right now, we're coming off all-time highs, so if you've got a little bit of money left over, it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and get involved in some digital currency. Now, I'm not saying put your eggs all in one basket. There's a lot of crappy coins out there that are rug pulls and that you're going to end up eventually losing money on if you haven't already. I think a lot of people that got into Dogecoin the night of SNL aren't sitting too happy right now. But there are a lot of coins out there that have absolutely wonderful use case. And the best way to do the research on your own is if you're looking at investing in a particular digital asset, is go to CoinMarketCap and check out the analytics of the coin. Read the white paper, see what its use case is. Warren Buffett's thing has always been to invest in things that you know what you're investing in, and invest in things that you believe in, and invest in things that you like. Don't just invest in Dogecoin because your Cheeto finger roommate who's been playing Minecraft all day recommends it to you. He comes up to you, he's like, "Hey man, I was just watching the news in between a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a nap, and you heard about this Doge coin, man? Shiba Inu?" As he's toking on a joint, he's knuckle deep in a bag of Cheetos. Don't take advice from that guy, all right? Don't take advice from anybody. Think on your own. But there's a lot of good cryptocurrency influencers out there. There's a lot of good cryptocurrency podcasts, including this one, that's not going to feed you a bunch of BS. We always encourage people to do their own research when investing their own hard-earned money. But hey, Warren Buffett, he's got a pretty good track record, and he's a pretty smart guy. He spends hours and hours a day just reading company reports and analytics and financials before he even makes an investment, or if he's thinking about making an investment in a company. So I think if Warren Buffett has done enough research to say, you know what, I'm going to put $500 million into a pro-Bitcoin digital bank, then, hey, I think, follow the breadcrumbs there. I think that's probably a good move. Now, right now, I am a little bearish on Bitcoin. I'd like to see it break that ceiling of like 42,000. I'm not currently holding any Bitcoin. I'm not saying that I'm not going to in the future, but I'm kind of, it's kind of trading sideways right now. We're kind of between the 30,000 and the $40,000 mark, and I kind of want to see what it does. I've heard things of it potentially going to 20,000. And, then there's other articles that it's going to be at 200K by the end of the year. So that's the thing with this market is in digital currency is nobody really knows. It's all a guess, people. All right, it's all a guess. If you invest money in crypto and you don't do your research, there's probably a pretty good chance that you're going to lose it. If you got into crypto last night or Thursday and you woke up Saturday morning, you're like, oh my God, where's all my money? It's all gone. Don't panic. Just hold, okay? Or hodl if you're new. And that is hold on for dear life. And that's my investing plan with a lot of these cryptocurrencies is you don't want to get scared just when the market dips, because you're going to sell and you're going to lose money. All right? And you only lose money in an investment when you sell. If you don't overextend yourself, you let your money sit there, eventually it is going to go up. I'm not big into, breaking down charting and looking at patterns and Wankoff indications and head and shoulders and inverse head and shoulders, because to be honest with you, it means nothing to me. All right? Because if you look at some of these pro guys that break down these patterns, by the end of their video, they sum it up by, it could go up if we hit here, or if we hit here, it could go down. So that's the only thing that's more known or more certain than death and taxes, is that crypto is either going to go up or it's going to go down. You heard it here first, folks. Cryptocurrency will either go up or either go down. That is some serious thought and professional, non-professional advice in the crypto market. But you can make money in crypto, all jokes aside, and you can make a lot of money in crypto. I think crypto can secure a a financial future for you if you don't have all your eggs in one basket. You should definitely diversify your portfolio. If you have $1,000 to invest, do some research. Look at some projects like Ethereum and Cardano and Polkadot and probably Bitcoin. And you want to spread it out a little bit, because if you put $1,000 into Cardano and all of a sudden Charles Hoskinson says, you know what, I've already got enough money. I'm tired. I want to retire on a beach and sip pina coladas while listening to the Beach Boys. All right, and then Cardano goes to nothing. All right, you just lost $1,000. But if you put a little bit in Cardano, a little bit in Polkadot, a little bit in ETH, a little bit in Bitcoin, you have hedges against losing your entire investment. So we're going to continue more about that in future podcasts on this channel. But yeah, so that's the big news that I have for today, is that Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, is investing $500 million in a pro Bitcoin digital bank, which again, guys, we need this kind of news. We need this kind of stuff in order to slow down the volatility of this market, because you're not going to get major institutional investors. You're not going to get pension plans investing in digital currencies unless the volatility slows down a little bit. And right now, unfortunately, there's a lot of market manipulation. Okay, and I think that's what happened back in May, when we saw the quote-unquote cryptocurrency crash. Okay, Bitcoin went from like 60,000, now it's roughly half of what it was sitting at. And there was a lot of market manipulation. I mean, think about it. If you're a billionaire, okay, and you're holding on to all these Bitcoin, what better way to stack up more Bitcoin than to try to create a sale for yourself? All right, it's like these billionaires went to the mailbox and found a 10% off or 50% off Bed Bath & Beyond coupon and went ahead and cashed it in. And unfortunately, that was on the backs of hardworking American people. All right, they dumped the market, and then they bought back in when it was low. And unfortunately, a lot of people lost money on that. A lot of retail investors that, say, got in at 55, 58, 60,000, and then all of a sudden their investment dropped overnight. So it's really important to diversify your portfolio and maybe to look at some of these altcoins. Okay, there's a lot of good altcoins out there, like I said, which we're gonna focus on in a couple of future podcasts. We'll probably have a dedicated podcast to Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0 and what that means for you, and Cardano ADA, which if you just comb through a little bit of the internet, or not, because then you got no reason to come here, but we like to bring it all here. But if I have combed, which I have, through the internet, a lot of your major players in cryptocurrency and a lot of your major influencers that actually know what they're talking about have significant holdings in Cardano. And there's a reason for that, and that's because there's a lot of good digital currencies out there, but Cardano is one that has a lot of technology behind it, a lot of smarts behind it, and has use case which I think will be around for a very long time. So that's all I got for today, guys. We're almost up on the 15-minute mark. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and go ahead and jingle that little bell there so you can stay up to date on all of our new podcasts that come out to bring you all of the news that you need to make an informed decision when investing into cryptocurrency. I'm your host, Joe Nobody. This is Taurus Cryptocurrency News. Have a great day.